Since the early 1980s, over the last 30 years, interest rates by and large have been declining. And there's fundamental solid reasons behind this. The real reason has to do with inflation. Inflation, for those that were around at this time, back in the early 80s, 30 years ago, was very high. I recall those times, as many of you do too, where inflation was in double-digit territory, higher than 10%. With a higher than 10% inflation rate, interest rates are high also. There's a very strong correlation, meaning that interest rates and inflation tend to move with each other. So over the last 30 years, we've seen a very strong decline in inflation, along with that with interest rates. Inflation is still very, very low. The latest read over the last 12 months with the CPI, Consumer Price Index, here in the United States has been about a 1.8% inflation rate. That number in our minds is probably going to be moving to the upside over the next few years, the next 3 to 5 year period of time specifically, to an average annual rate of somewhere between 2.5% and 3% over that 5-year horizon. Now, with this in mind, we believe that interest rates have probably seen their lows for the major secular cycle. We think that interest rates, given fits and yaws and yips and yawns, are probably going to be moving to the upside over the next 3 to 5 year period of time. Consequently, we're advising investors to think hard about their fixed income portfolios and perhaps make some adjustments as compared to what's been happening for the last 30 years, because we think the major driver, that being inflation, is going to start to move to the upside on balance over the next 3 to 5 year horizon.